Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12-month plan required. $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. See terms.
This is the TJ Show, and look at that. It's Tuesday, July 7th, 2026. Hello, Kenny.
Hey now.
Hello, Heather.
Hi.
I feel a little sad. My heart's slightly broken. Our J-Bo is not feeling well today. She's out. But I'm grateful to be here with you guys. We've got a Tuesday. Now, some people would argue that Tuesday is a tough day to have fun in life, generally speaking, right?
Yeah.
Well, Kenny, you've once again proven that that is not the case. This is an awesome day. Yes, it's early in the week. Kenny hit the streets.
What's so great about Tuesday?
Tuesday's just exciting. It is amazing.
He's thinking of it. He's thinking of what to say here.
They named a restaurant after it. Ruby Tuesdays.
Ruby Tuesdays. Is that still a restaurant?
I think so.
Can you look that up, please?
Yeah.
Was that named after a song, a Rolling Stones song?
Goodbye, Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah, please look that up. I feel like I haven't been to one in, it has to be at least 2 decades.
They closed the one in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right,
yeah.
look that up.
Yeah,
I did love it.
They're still around.
Okay,
Didn't they have
good.
like a salad buffet or something, like a salad bar that was pretty dope?
It was a good restaurant. I
Yeah.
don't think, it's been about 20 years.
Why are Tuesdays so great?
I don't really know. I do love a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why are they so great?
That's what I'm asking people.
I don't know.
Well, it's another day. It's another day to get it right. We get to make a choice every single day. Kenny, you don't often make the choice, but we get to shift the trajectory of our lives. Like, for example, you could read a book today, right?
And how do you know I won't?
Well, I've given you a lot of books as gifts, right? And how many of those
Your
have you?
books.
How many have you read?
2.
Really?
Well, yes. Do you like an artist?
Oh yeah,
That
Austin
was
Kleon.
required reading.
That was required reading.
I read that too.
And by the way, great read if you
No,
want to
it
get
was
in.
good.
If you want to get into a creative space, that's a great way to jumpstart it. Go ahead.
And perennial seller.
Oh, another one. Ryan Holiday.
Also, yeah.
Both required reading.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, both
look at
good
you.
books though.
This guy could be a librarian.
I am currently rereading the Harry Potter books.
Are you really?
What
Yeah.
number of times, Kenny?
This will be 4.
Ooh.
You should call my daughter Charlie. She would love to talk to you about that. She keeps trying to get me to read it. It's too boring. I can't get into it.
Yeah, the books you give me are too boring. I just can't get into it. I feel like it's the forgotten day of the week.
Yeah, Tuesdays are pretty good. I like Tuesdays. You get over the hump of Monday. You get a little energy boost.
Yeah, there's some momentum happening here.
Yeah, so I like a Tuesday.
Good.
Sets you on a good trajectory, I think.
Yeah, I love Tuesdays.
Yeah, there you go. A lot of passion there.
What do you like about Tuesdays so much?
Tuesdays?
Yeah.
Taco Tuesday at Three Amigos Mexican restaurant about 2 blocks from where I live.
Yeah, immediate answer. And by the way, I think because the World Cup happened the way it did, USA lost, doesn't Taco Bell offer something to help with emotional support? Has that happened yet?
They're offering their Locos Tacos. That's loss or celebration support tacos. So
When
yes,
does it start?
It's going on right now.
You sure about that?
I'm positive.
Okay, well, there's another reason to love it.
Anything else you like about Tuesdays?
I like Taco Tuesday. That's about... Oh, and senior citizen discount at Acme.
Yep.
Oh, that's a grocery store, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Senior citizen discount. That's pretty good stuff.
5% off the basket.
All right, man.
Whoa, how do we get to be senior citizens?
You just wait. Well, there you go. Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Why do you like Tuesdays so much?
Because nobody's here.
That's nice. It's an uplifting...
That's me in the future.
It sounds like you now, almost.
That's the best day to go to Costco. If you go to Costco on the weekends, it's full of parking lots full of cars.
Full of cars.
Amen.
Yes.
Man, people do love that Costco, and I'm right there with them.
Right.
So it was on, I think, Friday. I was driving, and I was a little early. And if you're like an executive member, you get in an hour early.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, have you been?
Oh, yeah.
Have you been there when they open up the gate?
Yeah.
there is a line of people that line up like they're going to a Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's
but
incredible. And it's all
pretty
people who are like, wow, that person knows how to shop. And you know what I did? My strategy was, by the way, if you don't understand Costco, if you just go once, just visit. They don't have to do a guest pass.
Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
Just experience it. So everyone goes on the normal track where you go to the right and then you go around the store. I went completely to the left and cut across the store and started working my way backwards.
Whoa.
And I had the whole side of the store to myself. You could use that tip.
I'm going to have to try that.
Any other things about Tuesday that you like?
Yeah, it's when Acme gives a 5% discount to seniors.
This is a different guy, by the way.
Totally different guy.
Who said the same thing. What, were you near the grocery store?
No, actually I wasn't. A lot of good things about Tuesday.
Yes, today's Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. It's all good. I woke up today and my phone was all lit up. My friends, I'm in a friend group from high school. They've always loved sports. They're all talking about the World Cup. And even though I have not watched a second of soccer, and I like the game, I'm a fan. Well, I guess I'm not technically a fan,
I
but
wouldn't say you're a fan. No.
but I like that it's happening. I like that it's happening in the States. The
Sports bring
U.S.
people together. I figure you would really like it.
No, I know. It is cool. It's a very unifying sport, for sure. We've seen that over and over again. It's a great thing. And I've been to a soccer game, never a World Cup game, and I enjoyed myself quite a bit. I saw the Revolution play in New England. I like that it gets more and more popular, it seems like, with every year, but that's not going to help what happened last night.
No.
Why did the U.S. get beaten so badly, and why are they out of it? Soccer expert, she played in high school, Heather.
Thank you. I played a little in college, too. They just didn't rise to the occasion. I mean...
That's it? That's all you got?
That's all. I mean, the vibes going into the game were bad because of that red card that one of the players got in the previous game, and then they retracted it, so then they were allowing him to play.
So Flo Balogun, right?
That's his name, yeah.
So I've obviously seen all the headlines. He steps on someone's ankle.
Right.
They give him the worst foul card.
Right,
which
a red
is
card.
a red card. And it seemed like it was an accident.
Which kicks you out of the game and then gives you a 1-game suspension, so you're not supposed to play the next game.
Yeah, so it's one of the U.S.'s star players.
Right, he was scoring all their goals.
So, first of all, they can't give the guy like a break. Oh, okay, he didn't do it on purpose.
Well, they did. Eventually.
yeah.
Well, I know that. They retracted it.
Well,
and
it was
so,
a bad call on the field. Granted, I do think that was a bad call. Maybe it was a yellow card or definitely a foul, but I definitely don't think it was a red card.
Okay, so he winds up back in the game.
Right.
Why did it not help the U.S. to have their star player back in the game?
Well, to be honest, they played Belgium, which is a top 10 team, right? European team.
Yeah.
That was the first team they've played in this tournament that was actually like really, really good, and
Okay.
they did not arise to the occasion to play
So,
them. They were just beat. They were outplayed.
Yeah, from a distance, I just kept hearing about like, oh, the U.S., they won again. And I'm like, man, maybe I should place a bet on this. I was about to be like Kenny, join one of those like online gambling communities. And I was feeling pretty high going into the game. I'm glad I didn't.
Well, it seemed like they were playing really, really well. Again, it might just be because they were playing, not as talented of teams. Maybe that's what made them look so good, but they were playing well. And there was a lot of promise. But again, when they get actually tested.
Going forward, what does a U.S. soccer fan have to look forward to? Heather.
Well.
Something.
There are still games to be played in the U.S., not the actual U.S. national team, but you can watch some other great games.
What you're saying is...
Also, the women's national team is really good, so maybe start following them.
Okay.
They've got 2 World Cups under their belt.
But going back
they've got 4 World Cups
to
under their
this World Cup happening right now, there is soccer continuing to be played
Right.
in the States, and we can watch those games.
belt. Correct.
They didn't just say, you don't get any more games now.
Yes.
Okay, good. So we've got that
The
going
tournament
for
is
us.
over. The U.S. is out. Let's just call it off.
No,
Man,
there's
the
still
games are
soccer.
over. We lost.
No,
And all the big stars are still in the tournament.
Most of them,
so-
yeah. I mean, Ronaldo's out.
Okay.
But,
Well, there it is. First-hand account from a soccer fan, Heather, on the TJ Show. We're just catching up on some headlines here. There's something that happened over the weekend. This is wild. It just keeps getting better and better, or worse and worse, depending on how you look at it. There's this company called Boston Dynamics, fully electric humanoid robots. You remember seeing this like 10 or 15 years ago? It was this big, clunky, square machine. It was like jumping on a trampoline. It was goofy, and you're like, well, that's never going to turn into anything. So their robot, Atlas, made history over the weekend. You may have seen this at the FIFA World Cup. Walking onto the field, performing goal celebrations, handing the match ball to the referee during halftime. This is during the Brazil and Norway game. The robot stands at human size. It can lift 110 pounds.
So can I.
It can also swap out its own batteries.
That's
I
impressive.
can do that too.
It's developed muscle memory and athletic instincts by analyzing professional football footage. So just watching what people are doing, processing millions of physics-based simulations on cloud GPUs. So you've already lost me. I don't even know what that is. To prepare for the stadium environment, engineers trained Atlas the robot to handle unpredictable variables such as slipping on grass, shifting ground friction, and extreme temperatures. You imagine this? This is where we're at. You're actually able to program a robot to anticipate slipping on grass or what to do when it does that. You know, there was the one robot that was dancing like Michael Jackson. Problem was, couldn't handle one stare. So that's not great for if you're trying to do a robot takeover. You got to figure that one out. There's a $26 billion manufacturing facility in Georgia now planning to produce 30,000 Atlas units annually by 2028. So they want to produce 30,000 of these things for something. What it's for? Well, right now they're saying they're being tested for automotive manufacturing tasks like part sequencing. So that was a job at one point, right? There was a person who needed a person to sequence parts. I don't know much about cars.
They could still do that. I mean, they could still hire a person to do it, couldn't they?
Well, I think they're going to replace where they can, or at least that's my prediction and best guess. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, it feels almost like I'm being warmed up for something. It's like, oh, it's fun. He's the soccer delivery guy. Like, yeah, look, he's carrying a ball. Isn't that cute?
No, they could have like a little kid who loves soccer and would have been awesome to bring the ball out in a World Cup game and give it to the ref. How cool would that have been?
This started with the bat dog in college games to run out and get the bat.
Oh, yeah. But that's cute.
Used to be a bat boy, right? They warmed us up to something else taking over. And dogs are cute. Don't get me wrong. And I like that they're a living thing. It's not a robot. But that's where it started. You got to be careful. These people are tricky. Yeah.
Do you remember a couple of months ago, a bat dog caused an injury to a human because it got in the way during a play?
Well,
blame the human.
He was trying to protect the dog. He didn't want to run into it.
Good boy.
Sweet guy. This is the TJ Show, our news. It sounds different around here. Kenny reads through every story he can find, and then he brings us the most interesting ones. Kenny, what's happening on the planet today?
I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but most airlines overbook flights on purpose.
Yeah.
They feel like no matter what, somebody's going to miss their connection. There's going to be that open seat. They don't want to miss out on that money. But in this particular case, and this is getting more and more attention, a viral video showing a gate agent offering $1,250 in airline trip credits and a $1,000 prepaid Visa card to give up their seat for a person who was booked on an overbooked flight.
That's wild.
That's a lot.
Plus, they get a seat on another flight, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah. Yeah, they'll give you a new seat. Sometimes they even upgrade you to first class on the next flight.
I'd take it for sure.
Yeah, if there was any way I could rearrange my schedule, absolutely. Yeah. You're talking about a couple grand there.
Yeah, that's a pretty big offer, and this video is going viral, and people are speculating, what would you do in that situation? This has happened to me. I remember on a family vacation as a kid, hearing one of the gate agents saying, hey, we need some seats, a family of 4. If you're willing to give it up, we'll put you up in a hotel, we'll give you a restaurant voucher, and we'll put you in first class the next day. And I remember begging my dad, can we do it? Can we do it? Can we do it? But he had to go to work the next day. He had the job, so we never did.
Yeah, I don't know that it's most flights that are overbooking. I mean, is that?
I think they overbook all flights. Almost.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what this article says.
That's a little bit unsettling.
It is.
Because I'm banking on my seat.
Right.
If I order a seat, I need to go somewhere.
And they'll just kick some people off and say, hey, it's overbooked. Well, we can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen to me.
Yeah, well, hopefully you're compensated, and I think there are new laws that would require you to at least be compensated if that does happen to you in the future.
Like
Kenny,
that.
what else do you have?
Well, I want to stick in the air because Southwest is getting a tremendous response after a Threads post they made, essentially calling out passengers who stand up as soon as the plane lands.
Yes, thank you for calling that out. Those people are annoying.
Yeah, some people, they're in such a rush. You see this on the roads, too. People doing wild things, and then you wind up at the same traffic light, and it's like, bro, you just cut off 3 people, and look at you.
That's me.
You're right next to me. Yeah, that is you.
But I do not stand up when the flight
Oh, is that the line?
That's where I draw the line,
Okay, Heather.
Yeah, and in the post, they did it very interestingly with clap emojis in between every word, so I'll try my best. You won't get off the plane faster by standing up.
Bad at that.
I know I stink at this, but essentially they're calling people out, and in a funny way. Most people agreed, but some people said, I have a connecting flight that I'm going to be late to. Although by that logic, you're not getting off the plane any faster. I think the only excuse I heard that made sense to me was I'm standing up because I've been sitting for 5 straight hours and I need to stretch my legs.
I guess that's fair.
Well, I saw a guy make a beeline for the front of the plane. Like he ran from the back of the plane. And I thought, if he wanted to be friends with anyone on this flight, it ain't happening. No one on this flight is a fan of that guy. Kenny, what else do you have?
Kids are obsessed with these squishy toys, Neatos to be specific.
What is a Neato? Is this the stick of butter that everyone seems to like? That's a stuffed animal?
That is the new hot thing, but it's because you can't get these Neatos. They're sold out in every store that you go to.
What is it, though?
It's a tactile toy, and you squish and hold it. It's either filled with some kind of liquid, and you squeeze it, and then it kind of like balloons and bubbles out, or there's a harder one that kind of holds its form. And again, it's like a tactile toy that kids like to squeeze, and they're cute colors and stuff like that.
Doesn't that thing like open up if you squeeze it too hard?
Well, I had one here, and yes, indeed, I managed to break it, and all this sticky stuff started getting all over my hands.
Yeah, it's almost like a glue, right?
It's a sugar-based substance that's inside the harder one, and then the other one's filled with some kind of alcohol. Again, both are generally safe if it were to get on your skins. The warning here that we're talking about is about kids leaving it in the hot cars in the summertime. They're exploding, and kids are getting burns on their skin from the substance that's inside of these materials.
That is horrifying.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like people buying toys for my kids. Just leave them alone. Let them play with their Barbies. I don't like them, but fine. At least they're not going to explode.
According to this report, multiple children and teenagers have required emergency room treatment after hot squishy toys burst. In one instance, a 13-year-old's skin had to be drenched in saline to safely remove the toy's materials.
That's terrible. Yeah, get rid of that thing, Kenny. I don't even want it in here.
Well, I broke it. It's gone.
Oh, you didn't have a replacement? What's that toy then?
Well, this is a squishy pig, and it's filled with some kind of sandy-type material.
Why do you still need toys? Aren't you almost 40?
I don't know. People sometimes need something to do with their hands.
Well, you put them in your pocket. Do you have pockets on those pants?
Yeah, there are pockets, but that's not what I'm after.
What else do you have, Kenny?
Well, this is from over the weekend, and we're learning some more information about it. But on the 4th of July, off the coast of New Jersey, a firefighting boat was struck by a pod of whales, knocked the crew overboard, and sank the boat.
Oh. I need one of those squishy toys if I was on that boat. Everyone's okay?
Yeah, thankfully,
Good.
Everybody was able to abandon the vessel within seconds. They were safely rescued from the channel by a nearby recreational jet ski operator, another boater, and the Perth Amboy Fire Department's Marine unit. But a scary scene. Apparently, people had reported seeing a pod of whales in this general area, and they were on a regular patrol of the water, and a whale just decided to pop up in the wrong place at the wrong time.
How are the whales?
The whales, as far as we know, are okay.
Yeah, we need to know about the whales.
Yes. Kenny, what else do you have?
Not perhaps the best criminal mind here. We're learning about a 29-year-old man from Maryland who broke into a Verizon wireless store. He smashed the window. He wound up cutting himself, and he stole a whole bunch of merchandise. But while he was in the store robbing it, he left his truck on and running in the parking lot across the street. An opportunistic thief stole his truck. So
crime on top of crime.
Right.
That's got to be frustrating. Not that I endorse ever stealing anything, but if you are making that decision and then you come out to your getaway vehicle and someone else stole it.
Yes.
I mean, you kind of have to laugh at that point, right? That's like hilarious.
I guess you put your hand on your side and go, look at that. They
like
got
Russian
me.
nesting dolls of crime.
So
right.
The man who broke into the Verizon wireless store thought it'd be a good idea to call 911 about his
truck got stolen.
robbery.
Well, who do you call when something bad happens? The cops.
Around the same time, police also received a call reporting the Verizon store break-in, and when they approached this man at the scene of the crime, they noticed that he had a cut on his hand, and they also noticed that there was blood near where he smashed the window. Essentially, he called the cops on himself, and he was arrested for
That's
that
terrible.
robbery.
Well, glad maybe he can rethink. It's a sign If your getaway vehicle is stolen, it's time to quit the biz.
I hope that's what he comes away with this as. Now, he has been charged. As far as this report is concerned, the truck has yet to be found.
All right. Kenny, what else do you have?
I've never been to In-N-Out Burger, and I know you guys rave about it.
So good.
Yeah, I haven't been a ton. I know you lived out on the West Coast for a long time in Los Angeles.
It was good.
And it is great. Every time I'm exposed to it.
Yeah, everything's made fresh right there. You could watch them like cut the potatoes into fries right there. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a wonderful fast food restaurant. I love it.
So In-N-Out Burger announcing 5 new locations. They are expanding in California, but they're also expanding in Tennessee, Madison, Tennessee.
Ooh, okay.
Stockton, California. I wanted to mention that because I know we have friends in Stockton. Suntan Valley, Arizona, St. George, Utah, and Twin Falls, Idaho. The thing is, though, I mean, if I'm going to get my In-N-Out Burger, I'm still going to have to travel for it because the CEO reported that she has no plans of expanding into the East Coast in her lifetime.
Guys.
Come on now. What's her problem with the East Coast?
Well, she says that she refuses to compromise the quality of the product.
What's wrong? What? The East Coast doesn't know how to do good products?
No, I guess they just want to wisely open up new stores to make sure that they can control the quality of the products for the stores they do have open. But it doesn't appear it's coming to our area anytime soon.
But that is true. You notice that even with sometimes mom and pop, like a bakery will open up and they've got the best ingredients and everything is so fresh. And then with enough popularity, I've seen this happen over and over again. They go, we'll cut this. Then we'll cut this. And it's always like, okay, let's make it cheaper to do it. And then before you know it, it's just this homogenized product. So you got to respect that.
Yeah, I respect it. I guess I'll have to book a plane ticket soon.
What else do you have?
TJ, when you were growing up, if you had an itch, what did your mother tell you to do about it?
I don't think we ever talked about itches. It's one of the things that they didn't parent me on.
Never came up.
No, I mean, I think I would just do it and no one would notice it.
Well, historically, at least for many people, their mothers often said, don't scratch an itch. It only makes it worse. And the Associated Press is reporting on research that pretty much confirms that. They say while scratching an itch provides temporary relief, it actually triggers immune responses that increase swelling and inflammation, which will make the spot itchier for a longer period of time. So you shouldn't scratch an itch.
You know what I really don't appreciate? Your story now is making me itchy.
Don't scratch.
But I feel like it was set on by what you're bringing up.
Could be.
I'm itchy in multiple places now, and you're telling me I can't scratch it?
No, there are alternatives that would be better for you.
Quick.
Anti-itch balms like hydrocortisone
No, I'm
cream,
not buying a balm.
calamine lotion.
No.
See, they're always trying to sell you something.
Yeah.
They say menthol creams, they act as a cheat code by temporarily fooling your skin into thinking it's cold rather than itchy.
I just itched myself, by the way, so there, take that.
Well, I hope you'll be okay. And I think you will be okay. The other thing is like an antihistamine spray, like a Benadryl spray, is better than scratching an itch.
My wife needs to hear this. She'll ask me if I could scratch her back, and I'm like, what am I, a cat? Like, no. Okay. Use a tree or something. The bears do it. Go ahead.
Well, I think a nice, scratching of the back between spouses is okay. This is more referring to like when you have a bug bite or if you have a rash.
All right, then
those situations
now I'm starting
make
to
it
get
worse.
nauseous. Kenny, what else do you have?
Well, this is
Why am I so
interesting.
sensitive to that
I don't
story?
know.
Go ahead.
More
I don't mean to
research.
get lit up. Go ahead.
This published in U.S. News and World Report. People who speak multiple languages have brains that appear 6 to 13 years younger than those who only speak one language.
That's cool.
So this article is encouraging people, even if you're a full-grown adult, to learn a second language. You may be able to slow your brain's aging significantly.
Yeah, I really love the idea of being able to speak multiple languages, and I have such a hard time with it. I don't know why. I guess my lack of patience. Like, it's hard for me to learn how to play the piano, too. I mean, I've made some progress, but very slowly.
Well, it's interesting that you bring up learning the piano because I think there are some parallels between learning a language, learning a musical instrument. The experts note that effortful learning, so actually putting in the effort to learn a new skill, like acquiring a new language, activates brain intensity, joining other healthy habits in preserving mental sharpness.
Hey, listen, my grandfather, until he was 95 years old, was playing the saxophone, and he was as sharp as a tack. And he was always trying to take it to the next level until he couldn't anymore. But I hear that. And music is kind of like a language as you start jumping into music theory and everything. Thank you for keeping us somewhat informed, Kenny.
That's what's happening.
Donald in Jamestown, New York. What is the most exciting part of your life right now?
I like to hear the news.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second. You're a person who likes tuning into the news. Like, you mean the news that's happening in the world every day?
The news that happens in the world every day and the news that happens around in Jamestown. I can't afford cable to go and get news on TV. I listen to the radio to get the news.
Oh, yeah. So you must really love Kenny's stories, which, you know, we're always tackling the controversial stories. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, we try to find the most controversial stories, and we always like to feature those, right, Kenny?
Yeah, that's our plan.
What was the one from the last news segment that we liked?
Oh, how you really shouldn't scratch an itch.
Right. Story like that is a game changer in the news cycle, isn't that right?
Yeah, because people can't afford cable TV.
Well, yeah, we know that. That's getting more and more expensive. Have you switched over to Netflix yet?
Nope. I have zero. I got a DVD player, and I got your radio station and the Buffalo radio station for the news.
Wow.
all you need.
Good for you for
That's all you
holding
need in
out.
life.
You know what? I appreciate that. Yeah, there's too many subscriptions and this, and the radio's still free. Isn't that exciting?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I can afford that.
Donald, you're the best. Thank you for saying that. And tomorrow, more controversial news stories, right, Kenny?
Yes, I'm planning on really...
There we go. I like that. And I'll tune in to hear.
Yeah.
Your mind will be blown, Donald.
Yeah. Now, you don't have any itches, do you, Donald?
No.
Don't. Okay. If an itch does pop up, don't be so quick to scratch it, okay?
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Thank you very much, and have a good day.
All right. Thank you. You be good, sir.
Thanks, Donald.
Look at that. Talk about the radio. Radio's awesome, Kenny. Thanks for keeping us always somewhat informed.
That's my goal.
I actually have an itch on my lower back. Whoa,
scratch
I
it.
almost scratched
Scratch
it.
it.
Almost didn't do it. Every day I have to make this choice. How much robot news do we want to put on the show? You know, I've been pretty good about this.
It's also the music choice that you choose.
Well, I did choose the music, and I do feel like it's
a little
appropriate.
dramatic.
So we shared some earlier, and now this is another one. I just can't ignore this. A person tests a $125,000 robot with silicone flesh and gives a review of what it was like hanging out with the robot that's supposed to look like a person. Now, why would any company do that unless they think there's something that people are going to want about this? Now,
Right.
You know my biggest fear. Worst case scenario, people start falling in love with robots that you really can't tell the difference whether it's human or not, or it gets close enough that people stop getting into real human relationships.
Yeah, when they talk about a loneliness epidemic and people aren't seeking real life connections anymore.
Right, it's happening already. People are already lonely. People are already choosing to stare at their screen and go out and interact with other human beings. Imagine it's not a screen anymore. It's a robot that seems human and can do things with you that maybe might be interesting to dudes.
I get
If you know what I'm saying.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Like a Kenny.
Right, like the
20
video
years
games,
ago.
right?
Me.
Why do you project this on
Well,
me?
it would be me 25 years ago, too.
I agree.
I would have been...
Stop putting your stuff on me.
Kenny was cool. He got all the ladies.
Well, he did say he was cool, and we did have
Yeah.
a former classmate that we interviewed on the show confirm that he was indeed cool. So yes, I would be at risk for this if it was 25 years ago.
Thank you.
Sorry, Kenny.
Yes.
But anyway, each face starts as a digital model before being 3D printed. It's then sculpted in clay, molded, and cast in silicone. Some faces take months to perfect. Is this not Frankenstein stuff?
It sounds like it, yeah.
The top-end models contain 43 motors in the face and the neck alone to create a range of facial expressions. On top of that, they come with facial tracking, conversational AI. So as you're interacting with this humanoid robot, it's actually looking at you. So if it was you, Kenny, it would be analyzing your every move. It would try to read what's going on with you, all from these high-powered cameras. Now, the one criticism that this person has from hanging out with this humanoid robot, the person made an intentional sad face. The robot could not, at this point, detect that the person was sad. So if you're looking for companionship, it doesn't quite understand the thing called emotion.
It's not going to cheer me up.
The robots are very expensive. Entry level, where it's just the robotic bust, costs about $20,000. The full body version starting around $125,000. So we're all watching. How long will it take until your average consumer can afford one of these things, and what can it do, and how will it change the world?
I hope this makes you feel better, TJ. I saw a video of these robots. The face is still, it's got a long way to go.
Awkward.
Especially when it's talking to you, its mouth just moves up and down. Like it doesn't make those lip gestures to make certain sounds.
Well, and as a human, I can say people used to say that about my face. He's got a long way to go. But eventually I came around, okay? I found a nice wife. I love my life. Love my wife. So don't think it's never going to change.
Wait, do you love your wife?
Of course I do.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah, I've noticed this in my own life. A lot of younger people that I know, they talk about how they live at home with their parents. And I always encourage that. I'm like, man, I would push that as far as you can go. If you like your parents, you like being around your parents, they're supportive.
Yeah, I was there till I was 29.
29 you moved out?
Yeah.
Kenny, what age?
I moved out at 25.
I did too.
Nice.
25. And the Wall Street Journal, they have a headline. This just popped up. It says, moving back home used to be a sign of failure. Now it shows financial savvy. Living at home in your 20s or 30s was once stigmatized as a failure to launch. But with high living costs, they've rebranded it as a sign of financial savvy. So there's a woman they talk about, Samantha, 33 years old. She told the Wall Street Journal that no one judges her for living at home. The conversation tends to be more like, wow, that's awesome. I bet you're saving money. Yeah, I mean, listen, we only get so much money. What are we doing with it? How are we strategizing with it? According to the Federal Reserve, 49% of American adults under 30 lived with a parent last year. That's a 12 percentage point increase from 2019. So not only are people doing it, more people are doing it because they realize they're saving some money. The peak for living at home with parents was at 52% during the pandemic, which was the highest since the Great Depression. About 55% of those who moved back cited financial necessity. So not even like, oh, I just want to save some extra dough, like I have to.
Yeah, people can't afford rent and they can't afford homes.
Yeah.
Well, prices keep going up everywhere. And then on top
and
of that,
wages aren't going up.
well, there's that, but then also buying food is crazy expensive.
Yeah, if you live at home with your parents, who's buying the food? Your parents?
Anytime, I've had the opportunity to chat with some guys who are, in college and they're trying to figure out what to do. I'm like, man, whatever you can do, however you can save money, go for it. I always ask the question, you like your parents? They say yes, do it. Go for it. Who needs to rush out?
Yeah, as
for
long
what?
as it's a good living situation, I don't see an issue with it.
Well, apparently parents and kids, they're making agreements. They're not a kid anymore, so they don't have like a curfew.
Right.
Or if the parents insist on it, they agree on what that is. Privacy, sharing household responsibilities. This has become such a trend that home builders are designing more detached accessory dwelling units, like a shed that you could live in, or a little tiny house.
Guest house kind of thing.
Guest house. That's happening more and more. My recommendation for anyone who's just trying to figure out this whole financial system that we're in, there are a couple books that I love. Psychology of Money is one. It's actually a fun read. You think of like money books sometimes and you can think, oh, this is boring.
That can't be true.
No, it's great stories about how people have kept their money and lost their money. I'm telling you, I think you would like it too, Heather. The Algebra of Wealth is another one. And then also, I think there's such a need for great leaders in our world that if you decide you want to become one of those great leaders that's looking out for people and trying to lead them to their best potential, that's a pretty cool job. Like I think that's one of the things where there's got to be some job security there in this crazy world where everyone's looking out for themselves. Great place to start on that. John Maxwell's 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. And man, if you're saving money, you're already making some great decisions there. This is the TJ Show.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
This episode is brought to you by San Pellegrino Ciao. A gift from Italy to your home. San Pellegrino Ciao is a flavored sparkling water made with real fruit juice, finished with a pinch of Sicilian salt for a perfectly balanced taste. So which flavor will you choose? Peach, Lime, blood orange, cherry, or maybe the all-new limoncello. Crafted in Italy with 0 grams of added sugar. San Pellegrino Ciao. Buy it now.
This is the TJ Show. Just a few moments ago, I was reading an article out of the Wall Street Journal talking about how more and more people under 30 years old are living with their parents. And it's no longer this stigma where failure to launch. No, it's, first of all, either you have to save money, it's a necessity, or very wisely, people are choosing to put some money away and actually set themselves up for success. And now, Kenny, I got to tell you, I thought of something while the microphones were turned off. Don't you have a fantasy football team that's called Doug Still Lives with His Parents? And it's in honor of your friend Doug, who's also in the football league. I think times are a-changing. Maybe you need to change that because you were doing it to make fun of him.
Well, he started it. He was making fun of my radio career with his fantasy football team name, so I finally put my foot down.
Wait, what was his I forgot about that. Oh my goodness. Wait, what did he call it?
TJ's holding his side. I
don't want to get hurt over this. It is so funny.
His fantasy football team name is Kenny O'Boyle on the Air.
Early on, when you first started, and you go to high school together.
Yeah.
It was kind of a goof that you would think to get into radio.
Yeah, like, what's that? And then, I'd worked and he'd, make fun of me, like, who even listens to that? Do you have any listeners? And even still, like, now I'm working on a national radio show in 126 cities, and he has zero respect for this career I've built for, like, the last 20 years.
Yeah, he's been doing this for a minute, and he's still, as an adult, from high school, making fun of Kenny. And so you had enough one day and made fun of the fact that he's living with his parents.
Yeah, he's my age. He's 38 years old. He still lives with his parents.
And you're sticking to it, even though now it's becoming cool to live with your parents.
Is it?
Well, yeah, I think so.
I guess it's becoming more accepted.
Yeah. You could put in parentheses like it's a smart financial decision. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, and I'm sure he's saving money. I know he has a job. He has his own business. I know he's dating because one of our friends found him on Hinge and screenshotted his profile and sent it to all of us so we could make fun of him.
What is wrong with you guys?
As a matter of fact,
I like Doug.
His dating profile picture is the picture for my team. When you see my team on the fantasy league, you see Doug's profile picture.
Well, he started it, so I can't call it.
I blame Doug.
You're just hitting back.
But I will say, I moved out at 25, and then the landlord for our house, I was renting with some friends, they wanted to repurpose the house, so I had to move out, and I needed to move back with my parents for about 3 or 4 months.
So once you move out, and then you're re-exposed to your parents, how was that?
It was miserable.
I think that's the biggest issue. Like, if you end up moving out and then moving back, that's a problem.
I mean, my parents, their general conversation tone is shouting at each other.
Yeah.
So, like, in the middle of the night, hey, Joan, where did you put my sneakers? I'm about to wear your sneakers, Ken. You look for them yourself. And then my dad's giving me chores to do. Hey, are you ever going to get up out of bed? It's 11 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. We got to sort what's in the basement, all right? I want them in 3 categories. What are we going to keep? What are we going to sell? And what are we going to throw away, all right? I want to see you bright and early tomorrow morning, and we're going to do it.
Hey, sure beats paying top rent, right?
Yeah, but I moved out as quickly as I could.
That's great. Yeah, we had to start this segment. It was all because my dog Luna, we love her. My wife Jess would leave the house and Luna would be all alone. She decided one day, well, let me turn the radio on. It'll keep her company. She'll hear Dad's voice. Turns out this show totally bored her. She fell asleep, and we figured it out real fast. It was because we were only talking about human-related issues. We changed that real fast. We started featuring the biggest stories and animal headlines. We called it Luna's Animal Tales. Not only does Luna love this segment, other pets love it too. We see that over and over again. People love it. Terrifying story. This was out of Venezuela. A dog was trapped for 8 days beneath a collapsed home. The owner gave up hope, thought there's no way this dog was going to survive. Against all odds, the 6-year-old dog was found alive by rescuers. They were searching through debris. They heard a faint sound of barking coming from beneath a pile of broken rubble. They were able to very gently get Buddy the dog out of where he was stuck. Visibly weak, badly dehydrated, but remarkably unharmed.
Wow.
Which is incredible. My dogs, when I'm a minute late giving them dinner, they stare at me like they're dying.
Right.
They need to toughen up a little bit.
They really do.
Buddy's a tough dog. The owner had feared the worst. His incredible survival has become a symbol of hope during an otherwise really heartbreaking time. So glad that Buddy's okay. this story, terrifying. There's a commercial airline pilot filed a lawsuit against a Denver hotel after he says he woke up in the middle of the night to bats flying around his room on the 22nd floor. He even discovered one had bitten him on the foot.
No.
Which is disgusting.
And dangerous.
Yeah. So you become a vampire, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, this is serious stuff. He called the hotel maintenance to remove the bats that night. The attorney claims workers missed at least one, never sealed a hole under the air conditioner where all the bats were supposedly getting in. The hotel also didn't move the pilot to another room. Could you imagine that?
I would have left the hotel.
When he woke up the next morning, a bat was hanging upside down from the curtain rod.
Ugh, nightmare fuel.
Denver Animal Control, they had to remove the remaining bat and take it in for rabies testing. The guy had medical bills for nearly $100,000 for rabies vaccines treatment, and it was covered by his insurance. I hope I never have to go through that with rabies vaccines and all. That's terrible.
Although I did wake up one day and saw my husband hanging from the ceiling upside down. It was really weird.
Well, that's just impressive.
Got him checked for rabies.
So they're working on that. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. Birds' nests of fiber optic cables show the war's impact on Ukraine. Apparently there are cables that are tangled in trees, scattered across fields, on rooftops and towns in Ukraine's frontline regions. Birds have started repurposing the discarded cables to weave their nests.
That's impressive.
Biologists say, I've never seen a nest like this before, and they've seen many, many bird nests. It could make for a stronger nest, but also could put them in danger because if they got entangled in it, it's not good. But weird that they would find that and make their little nests and
make do with what you have.
Right.
This is the TJ Show, and those are Luna's Animal Tales. She's a therapist. She wrote an essay. This was in The Guardian, right?
Yes.
And I just want to read this. Her words here. I'm telling you, I think it's much more simple to find some of that peace that we're looking for. And this might just be one big part of it. She says, I banned myself from social media, and my children have never been happier. So she's happy, her children are happier. She said her phone was her office, her income, her means of communication. Every time I checked it, there was something to action, a notification of something new, something that told me I was useful and productive, giving me dopamine hits that motherhood didn't offer. It had become my coping mechanism. The phone was also where I went to decompress, to have 5 minutes that felt like mine. You see, I would argue we think we're decompressing when we go on the phone. I've found that actually it adds to my anxiety.
Well, you have a pretty wicked algorithm from what I gather. Your
What do you
phone
mean?
is trying to scare you at all moments of the day.
Well, the whole world is.
I feel like this content I'm getting is more silly, playful stuff that's genuinely entertaining.
Let me continue reading here. But while social media appears to be the most stimulating thing in the universe, it's very tricky, by the way, what felt like rest was actually just a further demand on my already stretched mind. It was only when I started paying attention to what happened in my body when one of my children interrupted me mid-scroll that something shifted. So she noticed that she didn't like what her body did when her kid was just trying to get her attention. I felt the spike of irritation and heard a sharpness in my voice. She says she promised to limit her use, but she'd break her own rules every time. Yeah, you ever like put an app block on and then you're like, all right, I'll just go another 15 minutes.
Well, I'll delete like Instagram every like couple weeks and then I just go right back to it.
Mhm.
I try so hard.
She continues on, so I stopped relying on my willpower and downloaded an app block, and I cannot access my social media or my email during the hours that my children are home. She gives herself 15 minutes to check in once they're in bed. If she needs to do something for work, she'll go to her laptop, which feels way more intentional. And here's the great line here. What I didn't expect was how much calmer I would feel. My nervous system finally had room to breathe. I was less irritable, more present in a way that didn't require effort. So, for what that's worth, that's one testimony of a mom who said that she feels calmer, she feels more peaceful, her kids are happier. I see it. You know, like I get irritated with my wife, Jess, when she just picks up the phone to respond to someone. I'm like, that's annoying. I'm right here. Can you pay attention to me? So am I like a little child?
Respond to me.
Am I like a little child?
A little bit.
Okay. I mean, it's upsetting. And I go, okay, fine. Well, and this is not good. I roll my shoulders like, okay, well, I guess the phone's more exciting than me. I understand.
Passive aggressive, Mike.
I can turn into a little B word.
Yeah, I can see
Little
that.
boy. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yes. is the TJ Show. Hey, just to throw that out there, one great story there. I think maybe, we're looking over all this peace. Our insides are charged up. We have so much anxiety. Well, maybe let's see what life is like without that phone in our face all the time.